Hello and welcome to Dell's Gaming. I'm Dell and I am back here with From the Depths after a long time away. Sort that out in a different video, but to say enough that I've had various issues and work, life, health, etc. So anyway, I want to come back into From the Depths. When I have been around, I have been building ships because I enjoy building stuff and it calms me down when things are happening. So I want to get back into From the Depths, and I'm going to start a campaign to go through some changes and just have a bit of fun. I think more focusing on building than on the combat, just trying to build some unusual ships, maybe some unusual weapons, and we'll see how it goes from there. So for the time being, I'm going to start a campaign where the priority is going to be on combat. So I get resources from destroying the enemy rather than from capture or any other areas. Mining, of course, will be set at normal. And then we'll get to starting building a starter ship. So let's get underway. So starting under a new campaign, we're going to start for the normal quest for Netter. I know there is some very good other campaigns, but for the moment, because I want to just concentrate on building ships, go for quest for Netter. Now we'll do it as a custom. Now the main factors we're going to have are, maximise the resource given by enemy. The enemy designs are going to be up to godly designs, so we'll set that up quite nicely. Localized materials, so that means each of the ships are going to have to carry their materials around, because that makes it a little bit more difficult. Right, this we all have on 1, because I want all of the weapons to be the weapons as they are, so you know everything is damaged as per the weapon. And the growth factor will also just put at 1 as well, because I think that will be good enough. That's a fairly okay, 180%. We're not going super hard here because again, I want to build stuff. It's my priority. So let's begin a new campaign. So here we started on the starter fort. Oh, yeah, it's a pirate's life for me. Ready now? See if you can hear it. Yep. Okay, so the first thing is they're gonna try and attack me in our starting little fort, and we got two choices here now. Either set up the system to be an AI fort. If we look at the map, we're in the standard user position, or I can build some ships to go and defend me. We got most probably a little while before the initial attack comes from the enemy. Now my thoughts at the moment is I'm gonna have a go at, first of all, increasing the power of this fort simply, I won't say simply, but first of all by deleting lots of the stuff I don't want and replacing it with a simpler design. And I'm going to do this in-game effectively. I think I will do this in the game without pausing it and see how we go. So I won't take you through most of the build. I'll bring it back when I am done. and after a bit of in-game building, now have, I think, a relatively good defended base. Now, we haven't had the enemy come up on detection or send out a force. I think I've still got about 10-15 minutes of game time left. I'm up to about 1 hour 45 in the actual game. I think it's about 2 hours that they start sending their first forces. So I'm going to call it a halt to the base building at the moment. We've got a couple of good HE guns, a couple of smaller, more accurate advanced weapons, some missiles. Down here we have some steam engines, a little bit of everything we've got here. I think enough to defend the base against starting ships, certainly, at least. We've got the range on them, if not the overall firepower. It's good enough until we can get some more ships in. Next stage, I think I will do, is build a starter ship rather than do any more work on the base. So for that, I will do that in the designer and then spawn that in. Now, at the moment, we have about 30,000 resources available, which is good. I've in the video, maybe I'll show it, but I've recycled most of this base and got a lot of resources back, and just made it a little bit more efficient. I've kept the overall part, some of the overall parts of the original base, just added some more layers and encased everything a little bit more defensively. I will say at the moment, if this gets hit, it's not got a lot of armour at this time, but I'm hoping that these guns and the missiles will destroy anything that gets close to this vessel. So anyway, good start, not been attacked yet, which is a good thing, and I hopefully will get a starter ship. I think a starter ship would be, let's say, around 15,000 resource value, somewhere in that regard. This base is now 30,000. It's a starting fortress. Yeah, I think if we get something around the 30,000, around the 15,000 as a starter ship to actually go out and harass the enemy and possibly look at where they are, maybe even actually kick it off by invading them. But anyway, we can build up a force, maybe 2 or 3 starter ships around the 15,000. Anyway, that will be next time. As always, if you want me to continue or got some ideas of this, please leave the comments down and I'll try and respond to any comments that come up. But otherwise, it's good to be back, good to be building, and above all, keep playing the game and have fun.